Right.
So we were talking off air about organization. What up, though? It's Spotlight Wednesday. I couldn't find a hat because my girlfriend decided to take my hats out of my. So I got my wig on because I need a haircut. So I'm looking around and I'm like, where's my fucking hats at?
Where they go?
Yeah, where did they go? They must have went into that fucking hat rack she bought me. So so there you are with the hat rack. So
How many hats does the hat rack hold?
I don't even know, but I gotta fill it up.
Like 200?
I gotta fill up.
I've never even seen a hat rack.
I gotta fill up the fucking
It's
hat.
really dope.
Yeah. I gotta fill up
It's really dope.
I'm
It's
sure
like
it
a
is.
cubicle for hats, and it goes on the shelf, and it's got like.
I was talking to you because I was telling them, it depends on who you date, right? And if you're a guy, I think it's in your nature not to be organized. I've met some super organization anal guys, but most of them are gay that are super. You know what I mean? Like my girl, like folds my drawers up like tortillas in my.
Tortillas, though.
She rolls them. She fucking. I don't know. It's super fucking organization. I just throw them in there, right? You're a guy, you just throw them in there. You don't,
Shit, if they even
Your
make it to the
girlfriend
drawer.
sounds amazing.
You don't change your sheets when you're a single guy like very often. Like so when you date somebody and they kind of make you a better person, like I think that's a good partner. But like I said, I've been with girls that were probably less organized and more sloppier than me. So, you know what I mean? So I, like you said, you were dating somebody and did they make you like what they brought you to the relationship? So I think like that's super cool that you find somebody that kind of, there's a come up, right? There's a come up.
There's a come up.
Yeah, you come up, right? Because you're super fucking organized now, and you can't. I'm used to just like putting dishes away and just leaving my shit because I'm like, I live by myself, so I'm not really hurried to pick up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's the thing too, though. So like, it can work both ways, all right? Because if she's super organized, then like it could be helpful, but then you might just start depending on her to be organized, and you still just throwing shit everywhere. So
you're saying that she's your mom, not your girlfriend?
Exactly. No, because if somebody was extra organized around me, I'm just gonna let them do it. Like I'm never gonna pick up that habit. I'm just gonna let them do it. Shit.
Just gonna let them do it.
Yeah.
So, Tori Savage Kitty, we're here with Tori Savage Kitty Q. Tori, have you ever been with a guy that's super organized and super clean, or is that? Am I saying most guys that are like that they're gay? Probably.
Yeah, I have. He wasn't gay, but he was an asshole. Like he was a major asshole, and he just wasn't like. Even though he was super clean, he was minimal. Like I won't say he was clean, but he was minimal, right? So he didn't
it wasn't
really
a lot of shit to keep up with.
No, exactly. Like
right.
he
So
he was minimal. When he bought things, it was like he liked cars and big things, right? Like a motorcycle or something. But like he had clothes, but it was in his closet. Like he was very minimal in the sense of like stuff in his house. But he didn't clean though. He hired a maid, right? He was just a dick, and he wasn't very appreciative when I would do it instead. Like it was like, oh, like okay, I get it. I get that this is the way I am. But you can still be appreciative that I'm doing it for you. One, I'm saving you money from calling a maid.
Right.
Two, you don't have to wait for the maid to come. Like be appreciative. And then the topper was for my birthday, he bought me a fucking wet mop.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh
He
that
bought
hard.
me a fucking wet mop. And then when we broke up, he fucking kept it at his house.
No, are you serious right now?
I'm dead ass serious.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So he was
That's
a
what's up.
dick. But it was in that I was in that stage of like we weren't official boyfriend girlfriend, but we dated. Like it was that stage where we were both kind of assholes. I just come out of my divorce and
Right.
he was a dick. So I was like, well, I guess we'd just be assholes together. But yeah, that happened. So
A wet
he
mop.
kept the stuff. All the things he bought me were like household items.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a wet mop, I got a steamer, and I got an Instapot. Never made it out with any of them. They all stayed at his house.
They bought that for
We
his.
stopped dating. I won't say break up because we weren't official.
He bought that for whoever was gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally. But then I've also dated the other end of the spectrum where you're so fucking dirty that I'm just disgusted. Like
Damn.
I don't even want you to like I don't want to go to your house, right? It's gross. And then when you come to my house, you just
That's
don't
rough.
have respect, right?
Right.
So
But
super.
your car is super clean and you out there flossing and pretending like you're a clean person.
Fucked up at home though. That's terrible.
They 15s, but he keeps them clean though. One of them, right? But at home, house dirty as fuck. Bathroom, like I'll pee outside. I'm gonna go to the circle.
Damn. That's rough.
So when you say super,
Yeah.
like wearing his drawers like for days and turn them inside out.
No, he dressed clean, right? He dressed clean, car clean. House trashed. Trashed.
Well, at least you got
Just
some of it done.
I guess.
Car clean. Maybe you spent the most time in his car.
And you know, he was out there. When you're out there pretending you're somebody you're not, you're gonna put most energy into that. And he just didn't put it into his house. And he probably just thought, "Fuck it, I got the girl to come over. We gonna fuck." Listen, I'm not.
We fucking on some chicken bones that I ate last night.
Last week.
Oh, I had a girlfriend that used to date this guy, and she said his house, there was like, he would dump ashtrays on the floor. I said, why are you going over there? He's like, man, he had a big ass dick. I'm like, I don't give a fuck how big that dick is, okay? I'm growing up.
Ashtrays on the floor?
So I guess he got left a house by his mom that was like really big, and this guy had major depression from his mother dying or something, and kind of fell into alcoholism. And so part of the house, he just would like hang out and chill. Yeah. So like flop house in the certain area, and he literally just flick his cigarettes on the floor. I'm like, why the fuck are we?
I mean, how was the rest of the house?
Not the best. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. She's like, he break my back from the inside. I said, bitch, I don't give a fuck what he breaking from the inside. I don't give a fuck. Okay.
Y'all put up with some shit sometimes.
No, I'm good. I'm not that person. Right. I'm judging. I'm like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the most organized person, but I'm not just throwing shit on the floor.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
So, I mean, in my business that I work for the cable company, I see some.
I know you've seen some shit.
Yeah, first thing I do is walk in the door, and people always say, "Oh, I'm sorry, my house. I don't. I'm so embarrassed." And I'm like, "It's okay. I have to say okay. You know what I mean?" But
right.
I was at a house the other day, right? And they had like maybe an infant. I would say an infant because it wasn't a toddler, right? And it's in the playpen. It's eating some crusty. I don't know.
It's in the playpen.
He called me so fucking mad about this house.
Yeah, so I'm looking down, right, and this kid's in a diaper, probably needs to be changed because she's smelling, right?
Right.
Chewing on like something, right? I'm looking at the floor, right? And there's fucking shit everywhere. And he's like, don't mind it, don't mind it. And they're and fucking they're like, sit down, and I'm like, I'm not.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm fine. And my whole thing is when customers say sit down, I don't want to know what's going on in their couch. I always say no. If I sit down, I'm not going to get up. So I always say I'm not going to get up. You know, or and he's like, you know, he was like, oh, my lady's cooking. You want to stay for dinner? And I'm like,
hell no. Do you see what this house look like?
Wait a minute. So I'm like, I see around, and when someone asks me if, because that's the first thing, we're making dinner. You guys do you want to stay? And I'm like, you know, if it's clean, I'm like, not that I'll stay, but I'm like, hey, I'll take a plate to go.
Right.
It's dirty. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm on a diet. I'm, you know,
right. I'm on keto and shit.
There's all kinds of shit. Fucking mattress and fucking dirty mattress and I'm like,
I can imagine.
Then I look over and the girl is pregnant, and I'm like,
about to have another one.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, you just gonna bring another baby into this dirty ass house.
He called me mad as hell. He's like, I am so fucking mad about this house I just came out of.
Because I've been to poor people's houses, right?
Right.
And sometimes people that are poor and they don't have a lot of money, their house is fucking immaculate. Like
I was just gonna say they still make it work.
Yeah, you can eat fucking ice cream off the floor.
Right.
And poor people that they fucking just make sure they know that you know that they're poor and food all over the floor, because there was fucking food all over the floor, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Still mad about that shit.
Mad as hell. He was like, I want to take the babies. I'm gonna take the kids. Yeah. I'm like, bring them motherfuckers in my house.
I don't know. Like, if you got babies, I don't think you should live in a dirty house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know, the kids when they're little, they're licking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Eating shit on the floor, right?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's so I hate someone invites me in and they say, "Oh, don't mind the mess." I'm verbally saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. You know, I have kids. I'm always like, oh yeah, my house is a mess too. You know, I'm just the fuck out of you."
One day you should just be like, "It is fucked up here." Like, yeah, this shit is fucked up.
Yes, Connie, fabuloso. That's the smell of my people.
Do you say that? Like, you know what? This is a dirty ass house. Like,
if it was my last day, yeah, I would.
So, was it one of those houses you go in and it just smells like grime? Y'all know the house. They like got a funky smell to it.
Right.
Well,
and like the floorboards got muck underneath them or something. You know, like an old belly button.
If I'm smelling roach spray, I already know they got some cucarachas in the house, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And what else?
They try to get rid of them before you got in there.
God, they want internet too.
Right.
What time
we pay rent.
I seen like a fucking chain gang of roaches going up there. Oh, what is going on in here?
Right. I would leave. I'd be like, can we step outside? I'm hot.
Roaches and they're above you. You feel like you start itching. Like,
yeah, because you feel like they're going to fall on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want any, alien creatures to follow me home, right? Yeah, that's the word.
Right now.
Alien. I mean, a fucking roach fall in your fucking shirt and then it goes home and then it
goes on with you. Yeah. Yeah, my mom used to say it all the time, going to people's house, like, you gotta shake out all your shit.
Yeah. My mom be like, don't bring your purse in there. Don't bring your backpack in there.
First of all, for the record, I just want to say I haven't seen a roach in many years. Like, roaches still exist?
Yeah.
I haven't really seen any roaches.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. That's crazy. You gotta be doing some shit seriously wrong. Because, like, I just ain't seen no roaches. I've seen some nasty places, and I ain't seen no roaches, though, so.
They got sewer roaches here that are this big.
What the fuck is a sewer roach?
Fuck.
God damn.
They come out
down south shit. Damn,
yeah,
for
they
real?
come out yeah.
Oh, hell no.
No, hell no.
I'm gonna stay in Michigan.
Yeah, it's stinky. Yeah, I don't know. Organization is one of my love languages.
Mm.
Like you clean, and it could be little organization, right? Like I just bought a shoe rack on Amazon, put it together. I was so fucking happy. I'm like, I got a new shoe
Shoe racks.
rack.
I mean, shoes
You've never
deserve to
seen
be
somebody get so
everywhere.
excited about hanging up fucking garage ceiling racks. I'm like, I'm getting doing a fucking dance.
See, shoes
Then
is
they got
different though.
canceled on. Huh?
Shoes are different. Shoes deserve to be all over the floor. They earn
But
it right.
see, it's different here. It's dusty here, so
Mm.
it's a different. Yeah.
That's a good
No.
excuse.
Plus, I don't know. I just like things in their place. Some people call it OCD. I call it putting the shit where it fucking goes.
It's probably a fine line between those two. Yep. It's probably a fine line. OCD is probably real approachable at that point.
A little bit. There are some things that irk my fucking soul. I'm like, you
What's the
see me
worst
do this.
thing?
Huh?
What's the worst thing?
The worst?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I have like a worst. I just don't like things like most people don't leave empty containers in the fridge. Don't put a dish in the fridge or in the sink you haven't rinsed off, right? You open something or you eat something, like don't leave empty containers or garbage on the counter or like throw it in the fucking garbage. The wrapper, throw it in the garbage. I don't understand why it doesn't make it there, right? I like if your things that are supposed to go in your bedroom, put them in your bedroom. I don't know. I like things aesthetically pleasing to the eye too. Yeah. I know it's fucking stupid, but
I mean I understand, but it's just like I don't know. During the course of the day when you're doing shit,
I'll tell you where it came from. Like I had a grandmother that was she's super anal, right? So she taught me a lot of cleaning. And when I was younger, I was like, oh, this is fucking dumb. I don't want to clean, right? She was so anal that she'd make you wipe out the sink after washing your hands. She didn't want water drops in her sink, like the bathroom sink. Shit like that. Yeah. Like she had like a fancy bathroom and then like a bathroom you could use. And if you use the fancy bathroom, you better wipe the fucking sink out. Like it looked like a showroom.
So the sink got to be dry when you leave.
Right. That kind of grandma. Like bounce a quarter off her, like, bedroom stuff. Like her house is spotless, right? So and then she had part of the house that was lived in like the family area, but she had like a fancy living room. Don't even think about breathing wrong in that motherfucker, right?
The couch with the plastic on it.
Yes, she did have the plastic. And then at some point she took the plastic off because everybody was trained at that point. Oof, there's a little fly on me. But they knew better, right? So she always told me, if you do it like as you go, if you mess something up, clean it as you go. You're not gonna have to clean a big mess at one time, which is harder to do.
I mean, it makes sense. But
pick up after yourself. Like always pick up after yourself. And if you do it, it'll only take you 10 minutes instead of a half hour, right? Kind of concept.
I know. I think you got to be trained, though. You definitely got to be trained.
Yeah. And then, so there was a time where I was like, you know, when I was in my 20s and my kids were young, I was like, I don't got time for this shit, right? I clean, I would always be clean, organized, but I would not be as much. And then, as my son's illness started to progress and things started happening with him, I realized that when your house is in chaos, you can't really, it's harder to control things and emotions in your outside world that you can't, like, you know, stress from jobs,
people
stress
say that
from
before.
illness. Yeah, stress from an illness, stress from a job, stress from just outside sources, right? So I remember the one time he went into the hospital and I had to send people to my house to find things. And I was in a complete panic because I didn't know where they were. Like I did, but I didn't.
Right.
And I just, at that point, I was like, fuck this. I'm going to just be as organized as I can all the time. That way, if something happens or I'm stressed out, I feel that at least my world around me isn't chaos too.
I've definitely heard people say that before.
Does that make sense? So that's just who I am. And I'm an organizing, disinfecting fool.
I'm going to retract that statement. I know I said gays, but there's a lot of, I know military, my uncle's came from military, and same thing, very organized, fucking underwear drawer, you know, everything. So I think it has to do with either being military or anal. But here, this might be one of our houses in the 70s, right? Plastic.
Right. My grandma definitely had the plastic on hers.
My mom almost suffocated from plastic.
Oh, that's retarded.
So, I want to know who came up with the plastic on the couch.
Right.
Italians.
They thought right to keep the blood out of them. The mobsters. No, that might have been a thing for real.
It was
mobsters.
As a kid, it was very uncomfortable because if you had shorts, you would stick to the shit.
It was uncomfortable shit. What could you do? Shit, it's just what it was. You wasn't gonna make her take that shit off.
Right?
So yeah, you gotta live with it.
So true story. My mother was young, her and my cousin, who's her first cousin. They used to go with my great grandmother to Connecticut, I believe it was, where we had extended family, and my great grandmother would take road trips, and she'd take the two girls. They were young, like I'm gonna say like anywhere between like 4 and 6.
Oh shit, really young.
My great grandma, we called her Big Grandma. She had plastic on the back seat of her Crown Vic seats.
Oh my God! What in the car? Hell no! That's doing too much now.
See, I told you it's the lineage. Okay. Yeah. So my mother fell asleep in the back seat and almost died.
Damn.
Face down. She was like blue. They had to pull her out. I think somebody maybe at a restaurant somewhere saved my mom's life. Yeah.
No. I didn't even know they made that shit for cars.
Well, my grandma found it.
She made it work.
Right. She made that shit work. We gonna put plastic on it. You ain't fucking up my stuff.
I wonder where you bought that. Was it at Builder Square?
Like what Builder Square?
I have to ask my mom and report back.
Where did you buy it? There was no home.
I think grandma almost killed me with her cleaning. with her OCD.
Maybe the shit came at the furniture store or something. I don't even know.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I really don't know.
Imagine how fucking uncomfortable that was, the whole ride to Connecticut from Detroit.
Oh, plastic.
Bought your avocado refrigerator and stove?
Yeah.
The avocado.
Right. Yeah. We had that. With the matching
lasted
phone.
Longer back then, though.
We had an avocado phone in our basement. It's not.
Was it a rotary phone?
It was absolutely. It was a rotary phone. It was like an avocado olive green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking rotary phones. I'm glad that shit over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wouldn't even. I'm trying to remember. I think my grandma had one. I think the last time I seen one had to be early 80s, I think. I don't know what happened to her phone, but yeah, that was the only rotary phone I had ever seen in person.
My mom had one all the way up until she moved just a few years ago.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, she lived in East Point, and then when I moved to Arizona, so going on 4 years, she literally moved like within like a couple weeks of me, and at the house in East Point that. God, my mother lived there for 21 years when we moved out of Detroit. She had a rotary phone in the basement. Hell
no. Can you use a rotary phone for touchdown shit? Like how you got to press number 1? Like can you do that shit work?
Did you ever see the video of somebody like a younger kid trying to use it and they're like pressing the thing and they're like, why isn't this working? There's a reel of somebody doing that. It's pretty funny.
That old shit.
So do you know that Gorbachev died yesterday? But here's
Damn, no, I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Gorbachev opened this gate.
I'm surprised there wasn't more coverage.
Mr. Gorbachev. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
that was a famous speech. President Ronald Reagan met to Russians, I guess president or prime minister at the time. Mr. Gorbachev was 91, so I guess he might have been maybe about the same age as Ronald Reagan. I can't remember, but that was a famous speech. Mr. Gorbachev, tear that wall down.
I didn't even know he had died though. That's crazy.
I didn't know that either.
Everybody
that are a lot. The wall that they were referring to was in East Berlin, East Germany.
Yeah, the Berlin. Yeah.
There used to be a wall that separated the communist side from the west part of Germany. So at the time when that wall came down, my brother-in-law was serving in Germany at the time. The army.
Wow.
I just remembered as a kid, I remember that famous speech, tear that wall down.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how some of the shit used to, like politics and just things overseas and all that shit was just so different. Like, I mean, these was really, it's hard to say though. And what I'm trying to say is what we look at from over here as some shit that's like crazy. Like to them, it probably made sense though. You know what I'm saying? Like the wall probably made sense to them. Like maybe they needed that type of division, and we looking at it like, we always fighting for democracy and shit like that. But sometimes these places doing what's in their best interest. Just let them have their wall and shit.
Yeah, right. We need to. Sometimes we just need to mind our own business.
Right. I'm not sure what happened. Because I didn't really keep up with the politics over there, but I'm not even sure. Like, was it detrimental for the people? Did it somehow help out with global politics? Like,
right.
I know I'm a little older, so I know I had friends that were in Cuba at the time that were communists, and if you go back to World War II, a lot of cities that were the Red took over, they were devastated from all the bombs that everybody dropped. So, we were at war with the Nazis, and then Germany Russia, USSR took a lot of those countries back over, and they made them red, right? So they made them communist. But as far as I know, it was a lot of help for the people during the time because people were so poor, and people were eating the same thing. You got to remember, communists, they're wearing the same clothes, they're wearing the same shoes. Everybody's got the same job, and if they got everybody the same money, so I think it did eventually help Germany. But if you know anything about the U.S., we rebuilt Germany of where East Berlin is now because of the walls coming down. So was it detrimental to us? I think as a country, yes. Did it help their country? Yes. Because look at Japan. We literally destroyed Japan and almost send them back to dinosaur age. And we helped rebuild them, and now their technology is a lot better than ours.
Right.
So, so it did advance Japan quite a bit. Like they're far more advanced to us. They got fucking light trains that fucking go 900 miles an hour and get you from one city to another.
Right.
Why don't we have that stuff? Why do there's countries that are far more advanced when it comes to I know this was one of the topics was the fossil fuel. A lot of those are renewable energy countries. Why are they ahead of the U.S.? Why, if we are the global power, why are we behind the times on some of those things?
Yeah. Well, they took the avenue of leaving fossil fuels behind more serious than we did. So they got a jump start on that shit when we was acting like, fossil fuels, coal, gas, all that shit was gonna be around forever. Like it's like everybody else knew and we didn't. And I don't know if it's the fact that we didn't know. It's just that I think old habits die hard here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we knew it. We just didn't want to accept it.
Just didn't want to accept it.
Yeah.
These are the lobbyists. These are the big three. You know that this probably was done in the 80s, right? But they said no. They suppressed it because they don't want to change and invest that because and you got the big. You got the oil companies that are like, no, we'll give you more money. Don't switch over, right?
Right. And of course they did.
Right, they didn't. So those oil companies in those other countries might not have the same pool that Exxon has. You know what I mean? Like, That's big. That's big money. We're talking billions of dollars from them to switch from fossil fuel to renewable energy.
Right.
That's going to cost so much. You know what I mean? For them to they're going to say, "Here's $1 billion. Just keep producing.
Just keep doing that shit, right? Keep doing what you've been doing."
Fossil fuel cars. We don't want electronic cars because it's going to cut into our money, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't in their best interest to do it.
Right. Exactly. And that's the thing.
Now it's in their best interest because they're like, fuck global warming. There's fucking hurricanes and tornadoes.
Right. Right. We tearing this motherfucker
up. Literally.
Yeah. For real.
He said, we tearing this motherfucker up.
No, that's what's happening.
We out here running the earth like it's fucking Suge Knight and Death Row Records or something.
Right. See what happened to Suge.
Right. Exactly.
Whole empire came down.
Well, we're not out here giving zero fucks.
Right.
Run it.
Right. Throwing plastic into the river and shit. Fuck it.
I think it's more U.S. because I think, to be honest with you, I think it's other countries that they have accepted what's going on in the world. And like I said, I've been to Washington. I stayed. I worked with a senator. There's their palms. There's not a clean politician out there. I know you said I'm only voting in local shit, but there's not a complete politician out there. If he goes to Washington D.C. as a freshman senator or a freshman congressman, by the second year,
oh yeah, I already know
all their fucking shit that they ran on went out the window. You know why? Somebody came with a big fucking envelope and said, "That was just to get you here. Here's the big envelope. Do what we want and end the story."
Exactly. Exactly.
And they walk away like, okay.
Right.
Right quick.
If you don't do what they want, then you're not going to be reelected.
Right.
So
this is the end of your political career for sure.
Yep.
It's just a horrible cycle that cannot be broke because people with money are going to bribe politicians from the Coleman Young mayor to the governor to the president.
Right. For sure. I agree. And that's why I said you have a conversation like this and then you expect somebody to go out and vote and shit. And then how do you do that knowing the end results? I mean, it's kind of, I hate to be pessimistic like that, but it's kind of just what it is. I mean,
and the end result is still going to be the same.
Exactly.
It's still going to be fuckery. And it's kind of like, okay, so we're picking our poison. We're trying to choose the lesser of two evils. Like
that's it. Right. Like trying to decide who you gonna let fuck. Like who you gonna let fuck? Him or him?
Right. Who we let fuck?
You get fucked regardless. Who you gonna let fuck?
Right.
It is that, but this cycle will probably never be broken. You know, I have had conversations with guys that are huge in politics, and we're basically once again behind the times on political parties because other countries outside us, they have 15 to 20 different voting parties, right? We only have two. And if you run on an independent, there's probably hasn't been an independent that won the presidency probably for about 150 years.
Right.
Independents, they're not really going anywhere. You have to be either a Democrat or Republican to actually be voted into being a president. So there's a huge difference.
It is. And that shit suck though. So you got all these issues, all these different people, all these different lobbyists and shit like that, and you still only have two main parties. And at the end of the day, it's really the same party and shit, just with two different costumes on. So it's like I don't even know though. It's almost depressing, and I hate being depressed.
Right.
It is.
Because I know
party.
I know we talked about it.
And then just do good. Like, can we have like the good humans party, like the moralist party? Like,
that's
like I don't get it.
Right.
Like, common fucking sense party.
Politicians.
That's it. Yeah. Money and politics go hand in hand. Always have, always will. Shit.
Well, if you go back to probably 150 years ago, politicians weren't that didn't happen, right? There was no global, or there wasn't no industrial boom. Like, you know what I mean? We were still living
Right.
in, we had candles, like, you know,
Right.
so a lot of that stuff didn't happen until people were able to get their palms greased, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn,
So,
that shit crazy. Like we had to do the other day and shit. We had to have candles and shit the other day. Power been out for like 3 days.
I've heard y'all going through it over there.
Yeah.
What's going on? I know you mentioned it. Like, can we survive a power grid? But if you remember in 2002 when Detroit hit, the whole fucking East Coast was out for fucking 2 weeks or a month. What's going on with the power grid?
It's just it was just a storm, but like it just put a lot of people out of power. So like that's why I'm at my old man house now, because my house shit, the power been out for like 3 days. So since Monday, I guess. I think it might be back on now, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just stayed here to make sure I could do the show. But it's like that shit, like I was saying, 2002, 2003, whatever, when that shit happened, it was we were less dependent on electricity and shit, the internet and computers and shit. Now it's like fucking everything depends upon having some electricity. So now I think it'll be way worse.
Yeah.
Like, I just you got electric cars, you got all kind of just electric shit that you just need electricity. And so unless you got some kind of, which I like really after, you know, thinking about this last situation, I really need to figure out a way to find some another way to get energy as opposed to electricity.
That was a topic. Can we survive another power? Does our grid support it? You know, I was talking to somebody that actually not controls the prices, but was basically, I guess they control the prices. Like they tell you, hey, the prices are going to go up, so they go, you know, they tell what the prices are. So they told me that that we're so trying to focus of getting onto electric. And if you ever notice and you never paid attention because you're just like, wait a minute, but they're starting to add, instead of 3 digits on the board outside of a gas station, they're going to add 4 because they expect the gas to go above $10. So to force you to get electronic cars or electric cars.
Right.
So they're those guys that are doing the build outs for these gas stations and saying, okay, hey, now we got to go to a 4-digit system instead of a 3-digit system.
I did see it.
I never paid attention.
Yeah,
if it's a one, then maybe
like 3699.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little 9, not
It's
like
little 9. Hell yeah.
So now they're going to add 4 digits because they say gas is going to surpass $10 at some point. So, so they're going to point you to the electric car. But what they said to me is that our grids around the nation won't be able to handle, if, like, let's say we have 10,000 people with electric cars. If we go to 1 million people that have electric cars, that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. CE is going to be out of power for longer periods of time.
Hell yeah. And now what? Now you got a car that won't even fucking run. Let alone your lights and house. Like, now you can't do shit.
Plus, think about it. Like, say you got to go to work. You're going to go, or you're out and about. Your job is out in the field, right? And you got to fill up on power. You got to charge. How long do you have to sit at a charging station?
Right. Well, they have
half hour.
They have rapid chargers.
It's still 15 minutes, right?
I think it's a 30-minute wait. Rapid charger.
It's got 30 fucking minutes.
Person, and I think you mentioned it, Tori, before. She rented a Tesla, right?
Yeah.
Great idea. I'll take it to California, which is only 6 hours away. I'll take it to California and I'll save in gas. And what did you say? They got stuck there for double amount.
They got stuck in the desert because it's all desert from here to Cali. And then there was nowhere to fucking charge. So then they had to call to get help to take them to a hotel. It was just a whole fuckery. And then they had to worry about getting back. And while they were there in California, the traffic was so bad, they ended up again having to pull over. Like the Tesla that they thought, oh, this is gonna be a nice vacation, we're gonna ride in style, ended up being a fucking nightmare. Being a whole nightmare, on top of costing them more money because they had to go to a hotel, they had to pay a tow truck, they had to do all these things. that they wouldn't have had to do if they would have just fucking paid the $4 a gallon
See, because
or
now
$5.
we're at the beginning of a process that we could have been somewhere in the middle at. So like now
Yeah.
you're just trying to figure out. All right, let's get everything electric, but
Like
because
ketchup.
we're right. So, but now just because we're starting, the infrastructure's not there. You know what I'm saying? So like if they had jumped on the, I guess we'd call it a bandwagon. If they'd have jumped on the bandwagon earlier and kind of eased into this, then possibly it would make more sense. But now you're trying to get everybody to go electric, and now you know what I'm saying. So, but then what?
Right, like you said, though, Americans' old habits don't die easy, and they don't like change. They don't like anything that they, aren't 100% sure of, and they're just stubborn. They're stubborn as fuck.
And anything 100% that we can't control, they definitely don't want no parts of
that part. That part.
So a 6-hour trip now is taking 12 hours or maybe longer, right?
Yeah.
So let's you rent a car in California and you want to go to Texas. I don't know if anybody ever been to Texas, but I have several times from El Paso to San Antonio to Houston. It's nothing but fucking cows.
Cows.
So, where are these
and cows shit.
Charging their fucking cars
at
El Paso? Because there's 8 hours from El Paso to fucking San Antonio. That's just farmland. So are these farmers setting up fucking electric charging stations?
Shit, they should. If they lose that shit, they should. So they can charge people.
You're taking
you don't even want to roll your motherfucking windows down on that ride. And then you got to pull over and get out. Oh, your skin stinks. It smells so fucking bad. It's the worst.
It's 16 hours. So let's say it's a 20-hour ride. Now is this ride becoming 48 hours because you cannot fucking charge your car? Because the thing that you sent me, several states would be following California lead ban gassing by 2035. So that's in California. You can't buy a fucking gas car by 2035. And if you want to go to fucking Texas, is there going to be in 15 years or 10 years, is there going to be charging stations?
Right. That's the thing, right? I mean, I guess it would have to be. So maybe that's what the next big transition is. And then also just on top of everything going to electric, then is also moving, like the industry is changing anyway to automation. So like it's just a lot of shit going on. Like shit is getting shit by itself. You know what I'm saying? Like the truck is delivering shit on its own. Like I don't know, bro. It's just crazy.
So I'm going to the moon. So I'm going to Mars. Fuck out of here.
It's like the Jetsons, because we have this company called the Wemo here that they have the self-driving cars already. They're testing it. And then they have the self-driving semis. I don't know about you, but I'm not. If I'm in front of a fucking self-driving semi, I'm getting the fuck out of the way because I don't know if it's gonna malfunction or not.
Right. Well, you gotta figure a couple of the, I can't remember what company it was. Might have been Budweiser, but a couple of trucks in Colorado, shit, they've been doing this since 2018. So them motherfuckers been driving themselves. Like they have a driver in there, but he don't have to drive.
Okay, but what does he get paid for?
Shit, I don't know. I guess to deliver on the other end, I guess.
If I look over, ain't no motherfucking driver in the seat. I'm getting the fuck out of the way.
I was with one of my colleagues a few weeks ago, and he drives I think it's a Nissan. It's a foreign car, but it drives by itself.
Yeah.
So he's kind of nerdy. He's like, want to see something cool? And I'm like, sure. And he puts it on self-drive, and I'm like, and there's traffic everywhere. If anybody's been to Phoenix, they know that traffic is crazy here, and people fucking suck at driving. Like, it's the worst place ever. It's worse than Florida. It's terrible. So, right? So I'm like, oh, that's cool, but aren't you a little nervous? And now I can feel my anxiety going up because he's like, no, it's cool. And I'm like, all right, bro, put your hands back on the wheel. Like, you're like life in your hands right now. And you're like showing off. And there's cars everywhere. And he's like, oh, yeah, if I try to get over in the other lane, it won't let me. I said, but what if somebody comes at you? Like, there's so many like split decision moves here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
People just be driving like we're in Mexico over here. So it's fucked up. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding. It really is.
Right.
When they say Wild Wild West, this shit is real out here. And he's like, oh no, it's got the sensor. I said, split decisions.
Right.
All right, cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Cool. Yeah, cool story, bro. Put your hands back on the wheel.
Right. Cool story.
So, I don't know
Cool
if you guys,
story, bro.
you guys
I'm
ever
good.
been to Tesla. So this is a self-driving Tesla. No, it's
Mhm.
it's a $10,000 option.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Oh, hell no. That's how it was in the car with him.
Huge anxiety.
Right.
That's how it was in the car with him. The whole time I'm like, am I about to die when this guy's trying to show off?
Right.
I'm looking over to see if the passenger seat airbag is on. I'm like,
Yeah, that shit right. It's making me nervous right now. I'm not even in the car.
no. Want to see something cool? No, I'm good. I don't like cool
Right.
shit. Stop. I don't like nothing cool.
Yeah.
Put your mouth like 10
I
and
guess
2.
the crazy thing about it is though is that people driving regularly still getting in accidents. So I guess what's the difference? I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Some of them cars probably drive better than some of these people out here though.
If there's one,
I thought about that though. I was like, well, but
the Met
the thing
Council
is here that so
security
many
camera
people just do fuck shit here that I'm not
links,
trying to understand.
they knew what they
Right. I'm straight on that shit, dog. But yeah, they got it's so many self-driving options. Like, even now the US cars are being made like that, trucks and all kind of shit. And I guess theoretically, if it works correctly, then yeah, it probably be. I don't know. It's just weird. If I'm gonna be in there, like I need to control that motherfucker shit. That's
I totally feel vulnerable. I don't even like the okay, so I don't know if y'all car has it, but my truck has that with that auto where it shuts off to supposedly save gas, but I don't think it does because I feel like every time my car starts, it's costing me more gas to restart it. But that's another subject. But I don't like when I'm sitting at a red light and I can't hear my big ass truck. I feel vulnerable as hell.
Right.
I feel so fucking vulnerable. I literally feel like, okay, what if I gotta punch it from the light, right? Carjack. I don't fucking know.
Right. You can't pull off. Hell no.
No, you can't. There's like a whole ass delay. You lift your foot up and then it goes. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I feel real vulnerable, real sketchy. Where I'm from, first of all, 2 things. The way I was raised, you don't hear your car, there's a fucking problem. You need to get to a mechanic.
Right. If you don't
right? Because we grew up in cars that the doors barely worked. Like you might have had to climb through the hatch to get in. Fucking window. You don't hear some shit. You're like, shh, everybody quiet. Everybody, I'm not even fucking playing with you. We had to climb through a hatch, right? Climb through the back door because the damn driver door open, right? So you're like, shh, what's that noise? Fuck, I don't hear the car. What's happening, right? So instantly I think something's fucking wrong with the car. And then secondly, especially if I'm in South Phoenix or somewhere fucking sketchy, I'm like,
you want to be able to pull the fuck off. Yeah, that's
this feels sketchy as hell. Because in Detroit, you don't even stop at red lights. So here I'm like, I'm about to get killed. This is fucked up.
Yeah, I would worry about carjacking. I mean, you don't see it then.
Right.
I'd be worried about, here's a 60 Minutes talking about the grid.
heat and light, pumps water and fuel, refrigerates food, and breathes life into our TVs, computers, and phones. So it's no surprise the North American electric grid, which creates, moves, and delivers our electricity, is considered the most critical part of our critical infrastructure. What is surprising is the nature of the grid itself, a hodgepodge of public and privately owned half-century-old tech that is increasingly vulnerable to severe weather, cyber attacks, and even physical assaults. As we first reported earlier this year, no government agency, not even the Department of Energy, is truly in charge of protecting it. One attack 9 years ago was a wake-up call for industry and government alike.
The story will continue in a moment.
So that's pretty
I seen something about this last week. So now in some of the areas, like is somewhat highly secure. But then they show other areas where it's like a fucking chain link fence. Like a kid could walk in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like so not only can the weather fuck it up, but somebody could just fucking attack it. Like
Right.
it's just
Just go in there with a pair of scissors and start cutting shit.
no, for real. Like literally. I mean, they'll probably die and shit, but like if that's what they went to do, that's what they
Same
went to
with the
do.
team.
So, but that's what
Right.
there's not one, not even our government agency. Why don't they? I mean, I know that there's the public and private electric companies. Why is this not more controlled?
Right.
It's not more controlled because I've seen Bruce Willis's movie where they fucking took the power grid. Like, you know what I mean? That's fucking scary because you just all our infrastructure runs off of power, so they can send it to the dark ages, right?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do shit. You can't get your money out. You can't drive your
Oh
car.
God, my anxiety high as fuck right now. I was literally before you said get your money out, I was like, empty your bank account.
No,
In
for
my
real, because you
head-
can't.
In my fucking head, I literally just said that to me, and you were like, "Can't get your money out.
I'm telling you, that money's stuck.
Empty your bank accounts right now, Jordy."
I definitely gotta get better at that though. Like having cash on hand. I don't ever have it.
I said that the other day. I was like, "Fuck!" I used to have cash on hand all the time when I was bartending, and now
You're either a
I
bartender
don't.
or a male strip dancer, and you can have money.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Chippendale days and the strip club days and
Shit, even the
the
strippers taking
bartending
cash
days.
out now.
They do too.
Hell yeah.
They do too. They're like, "Oh,
Ain't no money out here. Yeah,
ain't
that
no
shit-
money."
It's a little scary when you think about it though.
I mean, let's
It's a
go.
lot scary.
Okay, so Tori had a special needs child. Imagine if you had no power, not just you, but hospitals. So they experienced this in Venezuela a couple years ago.
Mhm.
5 days, no power. So you got people on oxygen. You got people on certain machines. Like, what the fuck do we do?
I've had this happen. That's why I own a generator, because I panicked, and one time the power went out and it's pure chaos. My son literally lived on electricity, from hospital bed to feeding tubes to breathing machines to you name it. His wheelchair, right? It shuts down. What the fuck am I doing? I'm pushing this 300 pound fucking chair with him in it, right?
Exactly.
So you name it, treatments, everything you can think of to sustain life. Now, all these people are in hospitals and they have backup generators, but for how long?
For how
right?
long? Though, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and how much can it really withhold? Like, I got this generator just to run his shit. That doesn't mean nothing else in the house.
I was gonna say, nothing else running. Yeah.
And it's a big generator. And then you got to think too, people like him have to have temperature regulated rooms. So can't be too cold, can't be too hot. Like, everything is regulated. And it's one of the scariest, most helpless feelings by far, because at this point you're like, I fought so hard to get to this point, and this electricity is about to take us out. Is this how it ends?
Exactly.
Is this how it's gonna fucking end? And we fought to get here. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a terrible feeling.
I heard something about somebody mentioned this. I don't even know where I heard this at, but it's some way, and I don't know how people capturing it, but it's some way that you can store electrical energy. So like if the power go out, like you can use this source, whatever the source is, to pump electricity, and it's not a generator or nothing like that. I need to get some more information, because I kind of got the tail end of the conversation, like, and I don't know what the fuck they was talking about, but I was intrigued by that though, because they was like, so when the power went out, if you had this source or whatever, you could still get electricity for probably like 4 or 5 days. And I'm not even sure how that shit works. So I don't know if it's like some generated from maybe solar panels or something. Like, I'm not even sure, but I even thought about that. Like, that's probably actually a good idea too, though. Like the solar panel shit, because at least you know that unless it go completely dark around this motherfucker, then you should have something. So
when the first time I lost
power in the backyard.
Yeah, right. When the first time I lost power and I didn't have access, to a generator, my car had outlets that I bought these plugs like for camping that you could plug stuff into. And I started my car and had it running in my driveway all night long with an extension cord, ran to it so I could run my son's stuff.
Yeah, damn.
It was crazy. Like, and you do whatever you can. And then you don't know, like, I didn't really know my neighbors. I was young at the time. So some of my neighbors they did know, but they were too far to run a fucking cord, right?
Right, exactly.
Or they didn't have power either. And they're like, well, we got to keep for our generator, we need to keep our food good, or we need stuff for our house. So we don't have it. It's scary. It's fucking scary.
It's a lot.
So this is how I kind of imagine if we went to the Dark Ages.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. So what are you going to do? Disappear.
He's entered the world code.
Right. 666.
Right.
No target code. Sir, that'll shut down the entire planet.
I told you you'd better hope I didn't make it back.
You push that button. Everything we've accomplished for the past 500 years will be finished. Our technology, our way of life, our entire history. We'll have to start all over again. For God's sakes, don't do it, Snake!
The name's Pliskin.
Shit.
You did it. He shut down the earth.
I've never actually watched this movie.
Too many. You watched it too many.
One cigarette in that motherfucker.
This is Drake's alter ego. He wants to shut down the whole universe.
Right.
We're gonna get him an eye patch.
Right.
With the wig. He looked crazy as hell.
Don't he?
Welcome to the human race.
Hell no. Make me want to watch the movie now.
I know, right?
Where blacks out, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
I'm good.
Right. Yeah, I'm not prepared
Well,
for
my
that
anxiety
shit.
wasn't all the way high. It is now.
Right. Trying to tell you. I already almost panicked. Cause
I gotta wait for Kurt Russell to come back and fuck shit up. This is too much.
right.
And snake pants.
Snake pants. Yeah, it should definitely too dependent on electricity now to go without it. Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough.
Scary. It is scary because they say that the human race, we're 3 meals away from anarchy. So imagine losing power.
Right.
Motherfuckers would go crazy. I mean, you see when blackout hit in Detroit, what first happened? They started gouging people for water, gas, anything they could gouge. And people are just not going to afford it. And how are they going to get cash?
Right.
If there's power, how do you get cash? You know what I mean?
Exactly. You can't. Yeah, shit all bad. You can't go to the bank. You can't do shit.
No.
Yeah, that shit, I don't know. That shit suck. And then especially at a time where everything is going electronic.
I got $10,000 and they, do they write like manuslips. They trust you. Is that happening? I don't know.
Exactly.
Probably not.
Shit. Hell no, they don't trust nobody. And that shit, the blackout before went for probably what, about 4 or 5 days, maybe? I can't even remember.
It was 2
time.
It was 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Damn, I can't remember. It was that fucking long?
Yeah, it was that long. It was a long time.
Damn.
Because they up and they took the whole East Coast grid out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we couldn't get gas or anything. Now I remember.
Damn.
I don't remember being that long though.
They get gas, but they were hiking up gas, and there was the gas stations that didn't have. They weren't, because you can't, if it's not electric, like you could tell if it's an old pump, then it doesn't run electricity.
Yeah.
But those are the pumps that you didn't need. There wasn't electricity hooked up to it.
Right. Shit, everything electrical now.
I gotta tell you guys, this is off topic. My OCD almost just burnt the house down.
What happened?
So, and this reminded me of what I hate the most. Yeah, I know y'all see me go off camera. So, I hate when the garbage stinks. I don't like funky smells. Like, I like my house to smell very good. I don't give a fuck if my house is dirty, lived in, you got some laundry. I need my house to smell good. So, I on TikTok, I learned this thing. I'll go to extreme lengths. Like, every plug has a plug-in, spray. We got a mister. It goes off every 9 minutes. Right? Scares the shit out of you. You're like, what
right.
The fuck
Forget about that shit.
What just fucking hit me in the face, right? I got them everywhere. So I'm like, oh, I seen this thing on TikTok. You take fabric softener beads and you put it in a hot pan with hot water and you boil it. Just let it simmer on the stove. But you got to remember that the water evaporates. And I'm like, what's that smell? Oh shit, the stove's still on. Damn stove is still on. Almost burnt the fucking pan up. House smells delicious though, right? Motherfucker smells so good. Smell good. Got the whole house
Fabuloso.
Like Fabuloso, Gain, and Lysol, and all the things in between. Glade.
On fire.
On fire.
Fire.
Smells good now. I keep on clicking down. Yeah. So my OCD just almost was really bad, and we almost had the fire department make an appearance on the show.
That's fucked up.
All's well, though. I say, I fixed
you saved the day.
I'm gonna do it again.
Right. Just remember the water earlier.
I'm just gonna remember the water. I'm not gonna do it while I'm not paying attention.
Right. Wait, you say you never watched Sopranos?
Nah, I ain't never said that.
Oh, I don't know. Somebody say that.
Oh no, I fuck with the Sopranos.
Another.
If you don't fuck with the Sopranos, listen. If you don't fuck with the Sopranos, I'm judging you. We can't even be friends ever.
So another
the dude died.
Yeah, another guy died.
Another one?
Yeah, his name is Paul Louboutin. He was his personal physician and his neighbor. Here's a little practical joke that Tony played on him.
In a finger.
What's in the box?
Sand. I'm fucking with Kuzamano.
Tony.
Beautiful.
You're kind of cute when you're being a bad boy.
You're awfully chipper today.
So what are you going to do with the box?
Give it to him. Tell him to hold on to it for a while.
Oh, Tony, that is so evil.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so much fun.
Oh, God.
That's the guy that died. Physician.
Coach. Come here.
Hey, Tone. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Fine. Listen, you know, that nickname.
What, Kuz? Kuzamano?
It's got that other connotation that...
No, not anymore. Listen, pal, you're a little solid. Need you to hang on to this for a while for me. Hang on to it, in a little while I'll come get it when I need it.
How long?
A month, you know, maybe more, maybe less. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Or the club. I meant to ask you about the club. What's going on?
Oh, your club.
So basically, this was a famous scene from Godfather. That's why he did that. So if you guys remember the Godfather scene when they told him that he knocked on his window and said, "Hey, hold some gloves for me, hold some guns for me for a while, and I'll come get them." And that was kind of the same scene. So,
So he passed away.
Yeah, he passed away.
What is it? Heroin?
Shit, Gene, I don't know. A weapon, I don't know. Could be anything. Don't touch it.
So, he's a straight A guy. He's a doctor, right? And he's holding on to this package. Don't touch it.
Would you tell Tony Soprano? No.
Hell no.
Hell
Tony.
no. Take that motherfucking package and shut your mouth.
No, Tony killed the fuck out of people.
I would probably open it though.
I probably would open it and risk dying. Like fucking, I'm gonna open shit and see what it is.
Sand. There'd be sand everywhere. You'd be trying to collect it. You don't know why it's important.
Right. His wife was chipper at the time because she was fucking that young dude then.
Yeah.
That was my shit, man. I miss Sopranos.
I know. Make you want to watch it again, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
I peeped that. What happened to him? Did they say, or he's just old?
No, I think he died of cancer.
Oh shit, that fucking sucked, man. I fucking hate cancer.
Right.
He was 76. So the guys that have died, of course, from Sopranos is James Gandolfini, Tony Siccardo, which was Paulie Walnuts with the rayon. Paul, I don't even remember this guy. Paul Mascadi. I don't know who that guy is. Joseph Sovrano died. He was one of the New York guys. Robert Lugani. He played in Scarface when Tony he betrayed Tony. He was the one that brought the game. Frank Vincent, another guy that's been in a lot of Goodfellas or whatever. He passed. John Castellana. He was one of Hesh's guys. Tom Eldridge. He was Tony's father-in-law. He died.
Yeah.
Is that many people died?
Yeah, Denise Quinn. She was the underboss's wife. Remember the big girl that had an eating problem? Died.
She died.
No.
No, I didn't even know all of this shit.
The big girl that was crying when he got taken away?
No, yes, that girl. Yep, his daughter. Yep.
At the wedding?
At the wedding, yep. And then Nancy Merchant, that was Tony Soprano's mother. She was probably the first to pass.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Damn. That's crazy, man. Like shows you watch and shit, how many people just died from it. Just like I was thinking about how many people died from Harlem Nights. Like damn near the whole cast.
Yes. Literally the whole fucking cast. I think we just got that recently.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Didn't we watch that recently? And we were like, damn, everybody in this fucking movie did.
Damn near.
Yeah.
Shit, everybody except Eddie.
Except Eddie. Yeah, we just said that.
Shit.
Literally just said that.
Arsenio.
Right.
Yeah, Arsenio somewhere around.
Red Fox gone.
Somewhere around here.
Right. Della Reese, fucking
gone.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy. Yeah. Damn.
Red Fox.
Right.
Murphy. Everybody.
Yeah. Everybody. Damn. I'm gonna watch this shit tonight now.
Guy's alive. The one that said, "You killed my brother, man." I think he's still alive.
No, that's classic shit right there.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, I had peeped that the other day. Though. I'm just like, damn, people just keep dying. And then people dying from cancer still. That's the part I just don't understand. Like, why they can't figure that out? Or
they can.
I was gonna say it probably is figured out, but it's just it's a business. Yeah.
It's a business, just like my son's condition. So this weekend is Labor Day, right? Labor Day weekend. And anybody who is up in age can remember the Jerry Lewis Labor Day Memorial, Labor Day telethon that would happen all weekend this time of year. And then it stopped and Kevin Hart took over like a one-day thing. But just like that, you know how many telethons, how much money was raised? You mean to tell me you couldn't cure what my son had? Fuck out of here. The problem here is that we are more valuable sick than we are healthy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, and there's research that I can't get the words out. Research that shows that there's been cures for both, but as soon as somebody finds something, they hush you or they kill you.
They kill you.
Dr. Subi, right? There's just certain things that they're not going to let come out because the domino effect of the people who are monetizing on your illness is it'll shut everything down, and then it'll lead to the politicians too, because we all know that pharmaceuticals control politics as well. So it's all together. My son, people with cancer, their paycheck. And
for sure.
Especially when you have the worst of the worst, right? Like, don't throw you a bone. HIV. Remember how before when you had it, it was like, oh, it was like cancer. Right now they're like, okay, we'll throw you a couple cures here and there just to hold you over. But the big shit that everybody gets paid on, and I'm not just even talking about, I'm talking about treatments, doctors, hospitals, specialists, machines, you name it that goes into it, down to the company that puts the needle in your fucking arm, right? There's so much that goes into it. They ain't about to cure shit.
Hell no. Right, because it ain't gonna make sense for them. Shit.
Why would they? And the only time people, big pharma and people like that are going to cure something, if it's like their family member, they're going to do anything they can. But other than that, they
right. It's too much money into like that type of thing.
Yeah, anything. It's too much money for our life to mean anything. It doesn't matter. We're not worth it.
Right.
It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And I could have a
break
whole
out this Harlem Nights.
Listen.
But yeah, it's all that.
Bullshit, man! You know what I'm talking about!
You broke my nose, man!
I'ma say it one more time! I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about, and I suggest y'all let me go on my way!
Oh, really? Oh, really? I suggest you kiss my ass quick! Only way you going home is shot, motherfucker! What the hell you think you're doing, little shit? Stop it! Don't do that, little mother.
He's mad as hell.
Mad as hell.
Right. That's classic.
That's
classic. Then he jumped up and shot 3 times and shot all their ass.
Right. We just watched that the other night. This shit's funny as hell.
And I know it was a lot sadder. I know we were laughing, but what happened the other day, Sunday morning, after four shot and 3 killed on what side of town was that on?
West side, 7 Mile, Illinois area, or 7 Mile, Wyoming, somewhere in there. They still haven't released no type of story, so like I'm still not sure exactly what happened, like what was going on. But
like it's a manhunt for this person, correct?
You say what?
There's a manhunt for it, looking for this person?
So they did all that. They caught him that same day or whatever. But like I just want to know like what was the situation though? Like how do you go crazy or some shit? Like, and it's like a teenager or some shit. Like it's not even a grown dude. Like he looked like he might be 16 or 17. Like, and they haven't released his name or age, I don't believe. So you got to be under 18. That's probably why they haven't released none of that information. But yeah, I don't even know what the fuck happened. From what I understand, it started kind of early, maybe like 4:30 in the morning type shit, and then it just kind of went for a few hours. And so the one person survived. So I guess that's how they try to get the case on him. But shit, I don't know. I just want to know what happened. Like, like what's really going on? People just going crazy. And then I even heard a story, and I'm not sure where this was at. But somebody like set an apartment complex or apartment building on fire, and like so the people ran out, like they was shooting the people as they was running out and shit.
Oh hell!
Yeah, shit just out of control. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Here's the video.
DPD will be giving an updated news conference later today on the shooting. The victims range from 28 years old all the way to 76 years old, and all of them were allegedly shot at random.
A series of random shootings Sunday morning left neighbors along 7 Mile Road on Detroit's west side on edge.
I heard gunshots about 7 o'clock this morning.
Detroit police, along with federal agencies, actively searching for the shooter. Police say the shooting started early Sunday morning. 2 women in their 40s were shot and killed, along with another man in his late 20s. And then a 76-year-old man was injured, but is now listed in stable condition. Detroit Police Chief James White says the weapon used in the shootings is believed to be the same gun.
It appears to be very random. One was waiting on a bus. One was walking his dog. And one was just on the street.
The shootings were all clumped together in DPD's 12th precinct. The first one included the 7 Mile Margarita at 4:45 a.m. The second shooting happened on Livernois at 6:50 a.m. The third happening at 7:10 a.m. Pennington. And the fourth shooting happening on 7 Mile in Wyoming at 7:34 a.m. The search for the gunman lasted more than 12 hours before a SWAT team surrounded a house in the area of Monica and Pembroke. That's where police say they took a man into custody who they say is responsible.
He did an awesome job today. They got to him fast. They got a tip and they took care of it fast.
So I'm thinking he is a minor. He looks like a minor on the picture that I saw.
Yeah, definitely like a minor. So what the fuck was he going through to just be out at 4 a.m. just randomly shooting motherfuckers though? Like I don't know. He lucky he survived. Honestly, I'll say that much because he could have ran up on the wrong person, or the police could have killed him. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's just a lot going on. So you put all that together, and then you think about like how you mentioned about people being just a couple of meals away from anarchy and fucking the lights going out, and you got people acting crazy already. So imagine what that should be like if you lose power around this bitch. Like people gonna go crazy. It's gonna be like the fucking purge around here.
For real.
Yeah. I don't know. Just get your bullets.
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
Crazy.
Just don't come in here.
Oh, okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Don't pick the wrong house.
Right. Don't pick the wrong house. I ain't coming outside. Don't come in here.
Right. I'll leave you alone. You leave me alone.
Exactly, man. I don't even. The shit that's going on now is like it's not even explainable. It's almost like a part of a movie or some shit. Like some of this shit just seem unrealistic almost. Like I don't know.
I mean, we could say till we're blue in the face. It stems from the lack of mental health care that we have going on, and not even that it's not available, but a lot of times the ball is dropped. So yeah, go to get some mental help, but once they give you the phone number, that's it. There's no follow-up. There's no forcing.
That went out. Go ahead.
Right.
There's no forcing, right? There's none of that. Like in other countries, you don't see this shit happening in other countries. Why do you think that is?
Right. It's like the pressure. I don't know. Maybe the pressure's not the same. Like maybe it's too much of a pressure being here sometimes. Like. I think that
too, which creates the depression and the anxiety, which is
exactly and then once you get all that stuff, you don't have the proper resources to fix it. So it's like yeah, I don't know.
Snap.
Man, it is kind of sad.
So I think it's a mixture of things. I think it's a mixture of the, like we just said, the lack of mental health, assistance, help, support, follow through, all of the things.
Right.
I'm not sure. I also feel that, and this is also with kids, the pressure, right? Yeah. But I also feel that as we go on, younger and younger people are having kids, and I feel that they ain't got no home fucking training.
Right.
That's what it is. You got hot baby mamas out here on the motherfucking pole. They kids out here ripping and running, fucking smoking weed, doing things, flipping bags, right? Doing the most.
Right.
Doing the motherfucking most.
Out here living their life at 11.
Right. You got grandmas out here at fucking 29 years old.
Yeah. Real.
Because they
Yeah,
had their baby
true.
at 14 and their baby's at 14, right? You got 27-year-old grandmas out here. Like, what?
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Real fucking thing. And I can speak on it because I had my child at 15 and it could have went really fucking wrong for me.
Right.
And I always said it could have went one way or the other. And I am so blessed that my son changed my life. Like my son literally was given to me to be an angel for me because I was not headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
And things could have been a whole lot fucking worse for me. And yes, was it hard? Absolutely. But I was raised properly and I had home training. So my mother instilled in me that you take care of your fucking responsibilities, right?
For sure.
As opposed to, grandma's raising the grandma's raising the kids too. You got the great grandma raising the kids too.
Right. Great grandma, right.
Because
great grandma 40 shit.
I just feel like some of these people out here ain't got no motherfucking home training or they want to be their kid's friend. Let me buy you a gun. This will be fun. Motherfucker, no.
Say this will be fun.
Let's buy a gun. This will be fun.
Right.
Just don't tell nobody, right? Post it on Facebook. Put it on your Snapchat.
I'm definitely just curious to see what happened in this situation though. And I'm curious like how come it hasn't really been a lot of news coverage. I mean, obviously I know when they was searching for him, maybe they didn't want to like tip him off or something, but like now, like shit, I think people need some answers.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how did this happen?
Now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, who's the blame? Who's with the gun in his hand? Who's the fucking blame?
Yeah, I mean, we want and need to know all of that.
Time? Yeah, who dropped the fucking ball this time? Was he being raised by his 98-year-old grandparents who were fucking clueless? Like,
right. Because that happens too.
And I feel that there has to be more people held accountable. So if your 16-year-old child, let's say the grandparents were raising him, right, and they were clueless. Well, the mama needs to be charged. The mama and the daddy need to be charged. Whoever the fuck, somebody needs to be in trouble.
So somebody need to catch that flag, huh? Yeah.
Just like the shooter, if you put a gun in your child's hand, if you put a gun in a minor's hand, if you sell the gun to them, if you are legally giving it to, I don't give a fuck. You're just as at fault.
Yeah. Yeah. We was talking about.
Should have had some motherfucking common sense.
We was actually talking about that earlier on our show, and I was just asking them like, what would you do if your kid was like an active shooter at a school, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you do? Because, like, especially if you didn't have any inclination, like, that your kid was even on some shit like this. Like, what would you do? Like, it was hard for people to answer.
How?
I really don't know what you would do.
Know that this is. How do you not know your kid is on the verge of snapping, or that your kid is so introverted that they're just in a dark fucking place?
I mean, a lot of these parents be acting like they clueless, so. Oh no.
I mean, I know that there's people who, and I'm not going to say that they were clueless, but never thought their child would commit suicide, right?
Yeah.
But I think the difference between that and going and shooting up a fucking school, I feel like there's going to definitely be more signs of the person shooting up the school. Maybe they were being bullied. Maybe they're loners. They keep to themselves. They like weird shit online you're not paying attention to, right?
Right.
Just there's signs, because name one school shooter, and maybe there's about 1% that didn't have a sign after the fact where someone popped up and was like, "Oh yeah, I knew he was crazy. We knew you."
Right. Yeah. You're right.
Every motherfucking time there's some shit. Yeah, he lived in the basement. He never came out.
Right.
Oh yeah, he was a weird kid, right?
Yeah.
He had dead frogs in his bag, but I wouldn't really, we didn't really think anything of it.
Right.
So have you seen the news Samaritan with Sylvester Stallone?
So good.
I haven't seen it yet.
So you're talking about anarchy and
You about to do a spoiler?
crime waves. Look here, check this out. I'll just play a little clip, but this is how
I was gonna say right because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no spoilers.
So Tori's like, this is Detroit, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. But here,
Long night of crime. Some say it's only a matter of time before the city implodes.
I think we're finished here. Go on, beat it.
I found him. Samaritan.
Samaritan died 25 years ago.
That's what they say.
Do you think?
So it's pretty cool because the city basically is just trying to get taken over by crime and house burning. So when you see that,
It said that it was filmed in Atlanta, but I saw a Michigan license plate on a car, and there's many shots where you're like, "That's fucking Detroit." You just know. I knew, and I kept saying it. I'm like, "That's Detroit." And then he pulled up a map, and Drake said 4848 something because it was showing the zip codes. I said, "I fucking told you." And then there was a scene where they had panned out, and I caught the blue and white Michigan license plate. I was like, boom, my fucking city. I know my shit.
Right.
So I know our fucking grime. Right. I know our film.
So you know our crime.
I did.
Know our
I
film.
Crime, our
That's
grime,
Detroit filth right there.
That's Detroit filth right there, motherfucker. I did too. I was so proud. I was so proud of our fucked up shit.
Right. I know it's the trashy ass Detroit street right there.
I claimed the fuck out that shit. Jumped up off the couch like boom.
I'm gonna check it out though. So it's a movie or a series?
It's a movie. It's really good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we were kind of iffy on it. I was like, Sylvester Stallone's about to be a superhero.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because he's like 1,000. So
yeah, it's good. It was good.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. Matter of fact, I might check it out tonight.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was like the best superhero movie I've ever seen, but it was definitely good.
Got you. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I ain't got shit else to do.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
As long as your power stays on, you'll be good.
Yeah, we should be good now. I think all that shit over with.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
And then look for the license plate on the one scene, like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, you know, I'll be looking for the shit now.
After they do the scene where they show the 48, like the zip codes, it's like not far after that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna check it out now.
I know you put the VMA awards, but who watches VMA awards?
I used to watch them all the time.
They come on, like when it comes on, like
it was playing in the background because I was editing and shit, so it was on. What I did think was dope though was Snoop and Eminem did a performance in the metaverse. And that shit was kind of dope. Yeah, I
saw that.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah,
That's what I remember though.
So the best use of Twitter, Taylor Swift. I don't know what that fucking the worst comeback, Johnny Depp. Like what? I was just looking at the recaps. Best LGBT shout out was David Cameron. Most talked about date was Young Gravy and Sherry Easterlin. I don't even know
who these people are.
Who's Young Gravy?
I don't even know who these people are, bro.
Young Gravy and Little Pork Chop? Like what?
Right.
He was Nicki Minaj. Most alternative performance was Blackpink. Who's Blackpink?
I did. I don't know. That name sound familiar though. I heard them saying their name. I can't. It is a chick though, right? I believe.
Yeah. So what happened with Lizzo?
Yeah, best homage to Britney, Madonna, Bad Bunny. Did you see where he kisses his dancer?
Yeah, he came out the closet. But yeah, Bad Bunny came out the closet. He gave a full on.
Damn, straight.
Yeah, like the backup dancer, like grabbed his face, like
yeah. Oh, like they do this.
He did this. Yeah, right. They've been fucking.
Yeah, they've been fucking right.
They've been fucking. His man was proud of him.
You said the metaverse. It says worst appearance was the metaverse. We the people are kindly begging crypto-owned power that some forces feeding metaverse performance at the VMA. Snoop Dogg and Eminem performance. They're calibrated from the D2 to the LBC, starting to make stage before heading first into the metaverse with digital rendering. The artist board Ape Yacht Club Ape Smack. They were saying it's a worst performance. I don't know. Was it
I
good?
like this shit. I thought it was dope. Yeah, because it was just something different. Yeah, I thought it was dope. Yeah, I don't know. They hating.
Best Cole
If you
performance.
play it, we're gonna get blocked, so don't do it.
Right.
Performance is Fergie. I didn't even know Fergie was alive still. I thought
Fergie came out with Jack Harlow and did the Fabulous Life. You know what I'm saying? Because that's her track originally.
Was it good?
It was good. I fuck with Fergie. So yeah, that was the very first performance. Her and Jack Harlow came out.
I like Fergie.
Yeah, I like Fergie.
Yeah, he's cool too. Jack Harlow's cool too.
Yeah, Jack Harlow's cool.
She's not with Peace anymore?
Well, you know, she had been doing a bunch of solo shit, so I guess they still well, I don't know. I can't tell you the last time they put out music, so I don't know. She has though, since they haven't done nothing, and will.i.am has did some shit by itself, so I don't know.
She did like the MILF Money song and all that.
Yeah, she's still kind of popping somewhere. Spotify or something though. SoundCloud. Shit
somewhere. You had it on some.
Right, somewhere. Shit.
So who's fat shaming Lizzo?
Oh, fucking Aries Spears.
What did he say?
He didn't necessarily fat shame her. He was just saying that instead of people encouraging her to be fat, they should be encouraging her to be healthy and shit, right? So I get what he's saying though, right? I mean, because like I got friends too that's like they not encouraging me to be fat. They telling me the things I should be doing to get healthy and shit. But unfortunately, I do fat shit, so I just I keep being fat. So that's a life decision. But like, did he say something wrong for real though? Like, not really. But it's Aries Spears and people fucking hate him anyway. And for women, he not really attractive. So it's always like when an ugly dude say something, it's like you can't say that shit no way.
No, mind's a fucking business.
Right. Like some dude that women felt was attractive said the same thing. So they probably would take it with a grain of salt. But that's just
no. Lizzo got a big following. Lizzo got a big following, and she's like big girl anthem, right?
But then
she's
she do a lot though. Like sometimes she do the most.
She's from Detroit. What you expect?
I feel like sometimes she do the most because she knows she gonna get fat shamed, and then she go on crying and shit. And I just some of it's just all the act.
I think she laughs. I think when people come at her, she like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear the assless chaps today. She like, you will come for me sideways and my roll. I'm about to show all these rolls with butter on it, baby. Butter it up. Right? She will grease her whole motherfucking self, show up in a whole fucking, I can't believe it's not butter suit. She don't give a fuck. Oiled up.
It's not butter.
Oiled the fuck up.
Aries Spears responds to backlash after making jokes about Lizzo.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Aries Spears. I had to put the Yankee on for this one. Listen, I know I'm trending right now because of the Lizzo joke. I just want to say, man, a lot of you women are funny. You know, with the critiques. I ain't funny. I'm fat, unattractive. No woman wants me. They always try to hurt you with what works for you the most. That's what they try to hurt. That's like you break up and you go, that's why you got a little wee-wee and you can't screw. But you've been with him for years. I'm 32 years in this game and I ain't funny. I'm 32 years in this game and I ain't never got no meow. That's hilarious. Y'all don't deal in logic and sense. You deal in emotion and anger. Come with something that's not subjective. Me being unfunny, unattractive, that's not a fact.
Be sure to like, comment.
So that was his response.
Yeah.
He said, I ain't ever got no meow.
Right.
He said, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
just
some shit,
him the time he'd fuck.
You just can't say certain shit no more. So that's just what it is. So just be quiet.
Just be quiet.
Right, for real.
Lizzo wanted some, he'd fuck.
Think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he didn't ever say he wouldn't fuck. He never said that.
He was down to fuck. He was like, "That's my girl. We out here about to go get surf and turf. I'm about to feed her lobster. All the butter. I'm dipping all the butter on it."
Here's what Lizzo had to say.
Oh, she said something about it.
Got something to say about breasts. You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. They be like, Lizzo, why don't you clap back? Why don't you clap back? Because bitch, I'm winning, ho. That's what bitches show people, bitch.
Well, damn.
Oh
Well,
no,
damn.
man. Right.
I'm gonna get a shirt that says "I'm winning, ho."
I'm winning, ho.
I'm making it. By the way, this is one of my shirts. So if you want one, inbox me. Manifestation. We going. I'm winning, ho. It's coming out soon. It's about to drop. I'm getting it. It's on the list. I'm motherfucker. Let me put this in my notes right now.
Right. That shit got you hyped right quick, didn't
it? Winning, ho.
Right. She said that shit with passion,
right there.
too.
That's why I'm doing that.
Hell no.
So that shit drop tomorrow.
I'm gonna see that shit. I'm gonna be cracking up laughing. Like, got this t-shirt already. Hell no. Gotta make sure the hoe is big too, though, because she meant that shit.
She had base in her motherfucking rice.
She had base rice.
She had motherfucking base.
Right.
You put hoe in big letters just so I remember.
So another you talking about music, this country singer died when he came to Arizona. I don't know what, Luke Bell.
Died more than a week after missing in Tucson, Arizona. He was 32 years old. Bell's friend, Matt Kinman, confirmed his death to Saving Country Music on Monday. The Tucson Police Department has told the New York Post that Bell went missing on August 20th, was found near where he had disappeared. Authorities also told the publication that a cause of death remains unknown at this time as the investigation continues. According to Saving Country Music, Bell was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and recently his mental state took a turn for the worse. In 2014, Bell, a Wyoming native, had gained notoriety after releasing his debut album, Don't Mind If I Do.
Hey, mister. Damn.
That's sad.
All right. 32? That's crazy.
Hmm.
They mentioned this shit about bipolar, so are they insinuating that he killed himself? Is that what they're trying to say?
Maybe they didn't release anything, but if he was found where he went missing.
Right. When you say shit like that, I'm guessing that's what they're trying to say without saying it, but
right.
Say
he killed himself without saying he killed himself. He was
exactly. Right. Damn. That's wild.
Speaking of killing themselves, y'all see the Naomi Judd autopsy revealed that she shot herself in the head.
Yeah.
That's bad. They said she left a suicide note.
Yeah.
She battled with her daughters said it. She battled with mental health issues. Her daughters, her mother, they've all said it. It's so long. And as sad as it was when listening to her daughter speak, it was kind of like she was sad and relieved at the same time.
Yeah, because she had to deal with the struggle and
she said it was so bad that her mother lived in prison in her own head. Yeah. And a lot of the times she was torn between taking the meds and not, because she didn't want to be another statistic of a celebrity being on pills and this and that. But look what happened. Yeah. So I'm not saying don't take your medicine. Like, mental health is
because sometimes mental illness have side effects too, though.
Real. It is. Yeah. And then the pressure of everything, of being a celebrity, like, people are like, oh yeah, big pressure, you're getting all this money. There's a lot of people that are eating on your talent.
Yeah, for sure.
So you got all this pressure and you're not feeling good. I know I don't even want to go to work when I'm on my period, let alone having some mental issues, right?
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna sit this one out today.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I got a fucked up fingernail. I'm like, damn, I don't want to go to work. My fucking finger hurts.
Right. So imagine having a whole mental issue.
A whole mental issue, and you're like, sorry, wrap it up. We're on tour. We've got, 100,000 wrapped into you right now. I'm gonna need you to get out there and buck up, kid.
So
Dog,
Halloween,
this shit right here,
Halloween Spirit said that this is their number one costume.
man, you will get your ass beat.
Ooh,
You will get
your
your
ass
ass
killed.
beat. What?
Not even killed.
Right, killed.
I wish you was motherfucking killed.
No, that's not even. That's way.
You got all people motherfuckers stomping him out on the block.
Yeah, that's definitely not. That's not gonna work.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not gonna
it's
work.
not gonna work.
Hell no.
You're gonna wanna. You're gonna want to go ahead and go back in the house.
Right, that's definitely not gonna work. Unless you're just trying to die.
You see anybody?
I'd rather you wear a Trump costume than that. Don't do that.
I swear I would. I
was like, I work at corporate America, and I don't know if we're having any Halloween stuff, but if I saw somebody dress up like that, can I say, are you a racist? I mean, I just want to know, like, why the fuck would you wear that costume?
Right. I'm not fucking with that. That shit is too serious. Now I'm not fucking with that at all. Like,
serious.
that shit's too serious. Like, you might get killed for real. You really might get killed.
Killed for real. You're
Right.
getting killed.
Hell yeah.
For real.
It's taking it too far.
That shit is not even. It's not even funny.
Did that or whatever. I know he blew up for a while, but you don't hear about him anymore. So, he was on a podcast. He was getting all kinds of followers. He was in a picture with Trump. Like, what the fuck? What happened to this kid?
Right. He had a video game or some shit, didn't he?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, something they was talking about.
Yeah.
Go on and get the costume if you want to end your life.
If you want to get killed.
You're gonna get killed? Go and get the costume.
Right.
Yeah.
Dumb
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that shit way out of control. There's no way I
Ooh, I
would.
feel angry as hell seeing that. I'm like,
Right, exactly.
who the fuck?
Some people just outlandish like that, I guess.
For real.
No home training. Ain't that shit you were talking about?
No.
So we were talking about Trump, and I know that was one of the issues. Was Trump likely to be criminalized charged in the DOJ election probe, along with former White House official Obama, Associated Press holders say. So I really don't. Have they even said why they fucking raided his fucking whatever Largo? They kept saying,
I don't be paying attention to none of that shit,
Mar-a-Lago. Like, they kept saying it. Mar-a-Lago. And I'm like...
It's like China. I just black it out. I black it out.
I don't pay attention to that shit. I didn't look at none of the trials for the January 6th shit. I'm just like, I'll give me the cliff notes. I'll watch the end results. Because this shit is...
Right?
It's a shit show, dog. Like, I'm cool. I don't even
want... Good shit show.
There's enough shit going on in my head that I don't even need to put that part in there to fuck the rest of the world up.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Right.
Ain't that the whole ass truth?
They not gonna do nothing no way, so shit. Just spare me the time. Shit. Whatever. And then
you gonna storm the Capitol again?
Right. And he'll be running for presidency, for the presidency again in 2024. And maybe he won't win and shit, but he definitely be running again. So all of this should be for what? So
and Kyle Rittenhouse will be his running mate. I don't fucking know.
Dog, that shit will be, that's when you know it's coming to an end.
Do you know who this couple is?
No.
This is the couple
who dresses terribly.
This was the couple that was getting the BJ in the Oakland A's stadium.
Oh, they found him? Oh, okay. Come on, boy.
She said, "Oh, okay."
Him.
Hell no. So they caught him?
They look weird as hell.
But they found him on camera, so they said those. It's just a matter.
Well, they're two looking weirdos, so they ain't gonna really be hard to find. But how can you even be mad at them after seeing what they look like? They got enough problems in life. Leave them alone. Let him be for who he said.
Wow.
Yeah, let them do their thing.
Talking about they got enough going on.
They do. They got enough going on. Now we're just being bullies. Now we're just being a bully.
Dog, that's funny as hell.
He couldn't get his dick sucked at his mama's house. They had to get games. They had to get the nosebleed seats, right? They probably had lawn seats, and they moved up there. They were like, "Fuck, we already paid. We're going up here," right? They shared a hot dog, maybe. Like,
you just told their whole life story right quick.
I did.
You talking about they got enough problems.
Enough problems.
Hell no.
People alone. Now they out here trying
you can't be fucking at the game though.
No, they trying to hunt them. Listen, they trying to hunt them the fuck down, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, they shared a $12 hot dog. They probably shared one bottle of water or something because you can just tell, right? I worked at a stadium. I know these people. I worked at a baseball stadium. I know.
Yeah.
They went all the way up in the nosebleeds. You see that those were the most terrible seats ever. They couldn't get it on. She lives in a trailer. He lives with his mom. Like, just leave them people alone. Shout out to my people in a trailer. I'm just saying, right? So probably with her like
shout out to y'all though.
Shout out to y'all. Probably with her daddy and her two fucked up brothers. And yeah, like leave them alone. And but they're out here. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna broadcast what happened about the live shooter, but you out here literally about to hang these people who he got a blowjob in the bad section. Like, just stop.
In the bad section.
No foul ball, no foul harm. Right?
No foul ball.
Right, no foul balls. But
right.
But if you look at the angle, that fucking angle ain't like a kid walked down. It's a fucking Karen from across the goddamn stadium.
For sure. You already know. Yeah, you already know.
A fucking Karen. The shot was taken by a fucking Karen.
Right, from way across the way.
Kids. If you wouldn't have broadcasted, nobody would even know because nobody was even trying to be cool with them. They were just
She did her civic duty.
She did. Did you see her fucking outfit? Leave her alone. Poor girl.
So this
she
was
had no friends. They let her out like that.
This was in New York. This was a recent cop punched this woman in the face. It's pretty shocking.
Oh, he blew her shit out.
You just a little girl, bro. Come on, y'all wilding. It's wilding. I'm wilding, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, bro? Bro, why would you do that, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You hit up, man. Come on, man.
He blew her shit out. That was fooling.
Real? Let's do that one more time. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
God damn.
God damn. Damn, can we watch that one more time? I want to see her get hit one more time. Because, usually I'm like, don't hit a girl, but she really came sweet. She ran up on him and then she swung. She was
like, he could have just grabbed her. No, he like 3 times her size. How little she is.
Yeah. He let that bitch out.
He was supposed to just hammer her ass up.
To run up on her ass. Yeah, knock the fuck out.
He should have just hammed her ass up. He didn't have to sock her.
I guess. She knew better.
But she swung on him first, so obviously he's not going to get in trouble.
Well, she ran up on him, and we couldn't see what she was doing when she ran up on him. So she might have been like,
she was already doing some shit. Yeah.
She was doing something because he was backing her up to back up when she was already doing something, and she swung again. That's when he was like, and boom. I done warned your ass.
This is fucking police, though, man. He's just, they treading on thin ice regardless. So it don't matter.
That bitch wasn't allowed to skate.
Right.
There was no skating for that hoe.
She brought that shit on herself, though.
That hoe was not winning.
Right. She can't wear that t-shirt.
No.
Hell no.
We've been on for a little bit. So Madonna stated to TMZ that she's obsessed with sex again, regrets both marriages, and just wants to fuck fuck like a rabbit.
How old is Madonna now? She like 70 or some shit.
64.
Yeah, but
64?
she drinks like blood and like fountain of youth. She's literally aging backwards. I don't know what the fuck injection she's doing or what is going on, but it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and she's dating like a 20-something-year-old. It's weird.
I never thought Madonna was sexy. When she had hair under her arms, that just
you lost it with her?
Yeah. I don't know. Girl has more hair than I do under her arms. It's very scary.
So yeah, she does. You thought my OCD was bad. She's like no TVs in the house. No, like the food they eat is literally like they just might as well just eat rabbit food, right?
Yeah.
Just no additives, no preservatives. I think they are not allowed to drink regular like bottled water. I read somewhere that she spends like, I don't know, something stupid like $10,000 a month on bottled water.
Damn.
They're only it's like maybe some special alkaline water or something. Her kids are only allowed to drink that. She'll literally smack the fucking bottle of water out of their hand.
You mad about the hairy armpit, dog?
Crazy shit. What the hell?
You mad about that hairy armpit?
Yeah, he is too. Why are you gonna do that to us?
Right. I ain't need to see that
Put some
shit.
beads in there. Let's braid it.
Hell no.
Motherfuckers from Detroit have this shit braided, some beads, put a little gel on it. Hot comb. Fucking hot comb it.
Right. Hell no. Fuck Madonna fucking 70.
Put some braids. Some box braids.
I want to know what the fuck kind of water it is though that she's paying $10,000 a month for.
Something crazy. It's something like ridiculous, the amount and what it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, she aged pretty well though. I mean, I can't lie about that.
Listen, whatever the fuck she's spending, that it's working because she's literally aging backwards. Reminded me of that one movie what is the movie where they don't die? The three ladies. Can't fucking remember the movie now. My memory is shot.
Death Becomes Her.
There it is. Whoop, there it is. Yeah.
Right.
I could just remember. I just remember the one's face falling off. She's like, oh, right?
Yeah.
She's literally
that was the shit low key though.
Yeah, it was the shit. It was the
I
shit.
like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why you knew the name. I was like, you know the name.
And
You know the name. When the one and her boob is like certain amount.
Right.
She's like, fuck. Trying to hold her ass up.
Right.
She needs young blood.
I saw that shit not too long ago, actually, too.
Really? I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, it came on some old ass channel shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to see that again.
I
need to watch that and Hocus Pocus soon.
End of the song, and he says, "The girls with the underarm older," and then I'm good.
You still talking about this goddamn underarm?
Did he really?
Right, get over armpit, cuz. Right. I'm over that shit.
That's gross. That's gross.
Right.
She could slick it like a handlebar mustache right under her arm. That would be kind of cool.
No, the fuck it would not. That shit would not be cool.
It would fucking would not.
Hell no.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm hella straight on that.
I want y'all to slick your I don't have underarm hair, but I want y'all to slick your underarm hair and I need a picture. Make it like a handlebar. Have a contest. Who can do origami with their underarm hair?
I'm not fucking with that.
Do it.
Right. No, I'm good.
Do like a whole
I'm glad you do it.
Do like
I'm
a
glad
whole
you do it. I ain't fucking with it. Right.
Whatever.
I can't imagine a woman with that much hair though. It is kind of nasty though. But for Madonna, I don't know. I might let it slide.
You may let it slide.
Yeah, it's Madonna. Like, you know. Yeah.
Here you go. Here's your favorite scene, Tori, because you love guys with hair. So.
I do not.
Oh God. Dog. Dog. That's nasty.
I can't.
Yeah.
Ugh. I
That's fucking
can't. That's just
disgusting.
too much. If you got
that's
that much hair, I'm
disgusting.
sorry. I'm shaving you. We're waxing. We're doing something. I'm gonna put Nair
Yeah.
on your whole fucking body.
I mean, if you got the hair, you just got it. I ain't trying to get waxed and shit.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want to be laid up to me, I'm not laying next to no
He said
motherfucking
he want to be
carpet.
laid up to me. I ain't trying
I'm
to
not
get
laying
waxed
next
either,
to no
though.
carpet, man. I'm not. And then you start, if you sweat,
Yeah.
And then some people's hair, they don't got that. Like everybody's hair grows differently, right? So
Yeah.
I've seen where some guys have, it's like the straight hair that just lays flat, right? So it's not coarse. It's just, it still grows, but it just lays flat. And then you see some that are like bushy and coarse. That shit look itchy as hell.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about that because I'm not laying up with no man, so I think I'm cool. I ain't got to worry about that shit.
Like your
I ain't
hair
gotta
is
worry about that
itchy.
shit. I ain't laying up
And
with
then
no
you're
dude.
trying
and
to
shit.
hinge about it. You're like, oh, my skin's dry. Yeah, use some lotion. Your skin dry? You want some lotion too? Right? You're just trying to moisturize the hair at any fucking moment. But I won't say I'm rude. I mean, all right, fuck it, I'm rude. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I think you probably are. Yeah.
I'm forward. I'm gonna be like, you know what, babe, let's take care of this.
Right.
You know, what you mean take care of it? Like, you know, let's do an experiment. Let's have a beauty day. We're gonna
a beauty day.
You're gonna love this. So let your skin breathe.
It's gonna go perfect. It's gonna go perfect with the hat rack.
Whatever.
Right.
Whatever. Just get in the stand-up shower and let me figure this out, okay?
That's wild. Too much
I'll
hair
nair
for anybody is too much.
I'll nair everything but your penis. I mean, if you want to keep that, that's fine. Just, you know,
Right.
try to make
Everything else gotta go.
keep it so that I can still get to the goods. Don't be choking on nothing.
Right.
If I gag on something, I'm stopping. If I gag on a hair, I gotta stop.
You don't look good after this, man.
That shit is painful. This is my shit too.
That's great.
Oh, you sucker! Oh, I'm sorry. That's just your job. No. That's okay. Let's do another.
That one little patch looks sexy, though.
Does this look good?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It looks fantastic.
Fuck. Hell no. Look at his face, dog.
I didn't expect that at all. I really didn't expect that.
You got it. The first one's the only one.
Yeah, well, those hairs are pretty deep. Okay. Yep. Motherfucker! You shit! Oh, I hate you. No.
It's so much left. Oh yeah, fuck that. I had to keep my shit. That's not happening. It's not happening. If I'm that hairy, I'm just that hairy.
Drake, remember the one I sent everybody a few days ago? Can you play it? It's in your messenger. It's hilarious. Go to your messenger and go like 5 up, and it looks like a wax strip and her hands on it. Do you see it?
Hold on. Is that what you
It
mean?
says take it like a man.
Is that what you do? Hold on, I shared this shit on the show. Is that what you do if you have to take a guy to get waxed?
Shit, fuck that.
Yeah.
I figured that much hair. You can use some clippers.
We're gonna do it in private. I remember when I waxed my son Dominic's eyebrows. I literally almost pissed myself laughing. That shit was so funny. He was willing to let the other fucking eyebrow look like a bush. He was like, fuck no, you ain't touching me no more. He was like trying to like boss up on me, right?
Yeah.
And we were laughing so fucking hard. I couldn't even breathe. I almost threw up. I was laughing so hard. He was
I know
like,
that shit hurt. Right.
He was mad as hell. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit
let's
gotta
watch
hurt.
it. This is funny.
Oh yeah. I did see this. Yeah.
Turn this up. Can you hear it?
Because you pulling hair.
Calm down.
Yeah, I did see this.
Man, I promise I'm exaggerating.
Why is it pulling right now? You ain't even pulling nothing.
Because it's wax. If you keep your head still.
That's enough. That's enough. Cat said that's enough.
That's enough, God damn it.
Hold this.
I'm not holding it.
What
you mean?
The camera.
Like what?
Cat, wait. If they dry, it's gonna hurt more.
Now, please.
Don't put your back.
Please, baby. Lord. Jesus. Wait.
Right.
Count to three. Count to three. Cat, please.
Count of three, please.
Three, please, count.
Yeah, fuck that. God damn, it took a lot of that shit off too.
No. I'm done.
There's wax still here.
I'm done.
Get it off his
Oh my God, I'm done.
Come on.
Done.
It looks so good.
Cat, please.
Your back looks so good.
No.
It looks so good.
She weak as hell for that.
Why is you sweating like this? Come on, you got to change stuff.
Talk about why is he sweating?
No more. That's it. I don't want no more.
She said, why
Hell
is you
no.
sweating like this?
Right, cause that shit fucking hurt.
Your skin looks so young.
Man, no, fuck that. My shit just gotta say I ain't doing all that shit, bro. That's a wrap. I just
You
got to
find
be a
the
hairy
right girl,
motherfucker.
you'll do it. You find the right
Shit,
girl,
hell
you'll
no.
do it.
She just ain't found the right dude then, cause I'm straight. I'm not doing it. Fuck that. Hell no.
God, man, so cute. Thanks, guys, for everybody watching. We had some great laughs.
For
Now,
sure. Always.
trick or treating down
Silly.
like that white boy with the machine gun, you're probably gonna get beat. So just don't do
Or
it.
shot. For sure.
One shot.
Hell yeah.
Halloween is, what is it, less than 60 days away? That's crazy.
Yep. Couple months exactly. Actually, today the 31st. Yeah, a couple months exactly.
What's my excitement? I already started decorating.
I'm just excited for the horror movies and shit. I like watching the movies, but all that other shit I'm straight on.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So where can we follow you at, man?
Check me out on eblockradio.com and on IG at q.lewis313. You already know what it is. It's your boy Q Lewis, hold it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby.
48205. Tori, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me, Tori Rochelle, on Facebook, at All Beauty All Beast on Instagram, The Savage Kitty, that's THEE Savage Kitty on Twitter, and Tori Smooches on Snapchat. And if you want to send me Cash App, it's Tori Rochelle 1111. If you want to send videos of you waxing any of your body parts, send them to either one of these guys.
Hell no. Hell no.
And I promise you we'll air it. Or better yet, inbox me and I'll give it to these guys and air it. Just put it in the title, though. I won't open anything without a subject. There you go.
No subject.
You're welcome.
You can follow me everywhere on Drake Swift on all platforms. Just make sure you guys are always washing your hands and washing your ass. I'm out. Peace out.
For sure.